Alcázar of Seville, Alcázar de Sevilla, is one of the most iconic landmarks of the city and a prime example of Islamic architecture in Spain. Initially built as a fortress in the 10th century by the Caliph Abd al-Rahman III, it is a magnificent blend of Moorish, Christian, and Mudejar styles, reflecting the city's rich and complex history. Over the centuries, the Alcázar evolved from a military stronghold to a royal palace, and it remains a working palace to this day, used by the Spanish royal family during their visits to Seville. One of the most striking aspects of the Alcázar is its architectural diversity. While the original fortress had elements of Islamic design, successive rulers, including Christian monarchs, added their own touches. The Mudejar style, which is a fusion of Moorish and Christian elements, is particularly prominent in the building's intricate tile work, arches, and columns. The Patio de las Doncellas, courtyard of the maidens, and the Hall of Ambassadors are two of the most notable examples of this artistic fusion. The gardens of the Alcázar are equally impressive, stretching over multiple levels and featuring beautiful fountains, pools, and lush greenery. Designed in the traditional Islamic garden style, they offer visitors a tranquil escape from the heat of Seville. The Gothic gardens and the Alcázar gardens, with their fountains, labyrinthine paths, and terraced walkways, create a sense of serene beauty. These gardens have also been used as filming locations for the popular television series Game of Thrones, where they stood in for the water gardens of Dornay. The Hall of Ambassadors is one of the most magnificent rooms in the Alcázar, featuring an intricate wooden ceiling that showcases both Islamic and Christian motifs. This room served as a throne room, where the Spanish kings received guests and conducted important state affairs. The royal chapel within the Alcázar, with its Baroque altarpieces and golden details, reflects the shift in architectural style as the Christian monarchy began to assert its influence over the previously Islamic structures. In addition to its architectural beauty, the Alcázar is home to a fascinating museum that highlights the city's cultural history. Displays include artifacts from the Roman, Moorish, and Christian periods, shedding light on the various civilizations that have shaped Seville over the centuries. The Islamic calligraphy and ceramics in the collection are particularly impressive, offering visitors a glimpse into the sophisticated artistry of the Andalusian period. The Alcázar's role as a royal residence is evident in the private quarters that remain in use today, with rooms adorned in rich tapestries, furniture, and decorative art. The presence of the royal family gives the palace a sense of continuity, as it has served as the heart of Seville's political and cultural life for more than 1,000 years. The Duke of Montpender's palace and the courtyard of the maidens both stand as testaments to the Alcázar's importance as a center of power and governance. For those interested in historical events, the Alcázar's role during the Spanish Inquisition is significant. During the 16th century, many inquisitorial trials were held within its walls, and the palace's chapels and churches played a key role in these events. Visitors to the Alcázar can learn about the complex religious and political landscape of the time through informative exhibits that explain the Inquisition's impact on Spain and the broader European world. The Alcázar of Seville is also home to several hidden treasures that can only be discovered by exploring its many rooms, corridors, and secret passageways. The Patio de las Muñecas, or the Court of the Dolls, is one such hidden gem. Its intricately designed arches and ceramic tilework provide a glimpse into the grandeur of the Alcázar, while its more secluded location ensures that it's often less crowded than other areas of the palace. The tiled floors throughout the Alcazar are another noteworthy feature, with Iznik tiles from Turkey and local Seville tiles decorating the walls, floors, and ceilings. The patterns and colors are meant to evoke feelings of harmony and balance, and they reflect the Islamic aesthetic of beauty and utility working together. These tiles are an integral part of the architectural identity of the Alcazar and have contributed to its status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Easter Holy Week, Semana Santa. The Alcazar becomes a hub of activity, with religious processions often passing through the palace grounds. The combination of Christian rituals and the palace's historic significance makes it a perfect location for reflection and remembrance during one of Spain's most important cultural events. The peaceful courtyards and gardens provide a serene backdrop for those seeking to immerse themselves in the emotional weight of the Semana Santa celebrations. Visitors can also enjoy a guided tour that explores the legends and mysteries of the Alcazar, uncovering stories from both the past and the present. Over the centuries, the palace has seen its share of intrigue and drama, from royal marriages to battles, betrayals, and alliances. The tales of the Alcazar's history add another layer of intrigue and mystery to this already fascinating site, giving visitors a deeper connection to the cultural legacy of Seville. Finally, the Alcázar of Seville offers breathtaking views of the city. From the palace's towers and walls, visitors can enjoy panoramic vistas of Seville's historic skyline, including the Giralda Tower, the Cathedral, and the Plaza de España. These vistas provide an unparalleled opportunity to see the city from a different perspective, allowing visitors to appreciate the full extent of Seville's architectural and historical heritage. The Alcázar of Seville is a truly exceptional destination for history, art, and architecture enthusiasts. Its blend of Moorish, Christian, and Renaissance influences creates a unique and awe-inspiring atmosphere. Whether you are exploring the elaborate gardens, marveling at the intricate tile work, or walking through the royal rooms, the Alcázar offers a deep insight into Seville's past, present, and future. A visit to the Alcázar is an unforgettable experience, offering a chance to connect with centuries of history and culture that have shaped the vibrant city of Seville. The Alcázar of Seville is a living testament to the city's diverse cultural history, showcasing layers of different architectural styles that span centuries. One of its most remarkable features is the Moorish architecture, which defines much of the original structure. With intricate arabesques, geometric patterns, and soaring arches. The Islamic calligraphy found throughout the Alcázar is also a key feature, showcasing the cultural depth of Andalusia under Muslim rule. The courtyard of the Maidens and Hall of Ambassadors are prime examples where the Islamic artistic vision blends seamlessly with later additions. The use of water within the Alcázar's gardens is another aspect that deserves mention. Water has always held a deep cultural significance in Islamic architecture, and the Alcázar's designers employed various water features such as fountains, reflecting pools, and intricate water channels to create a sense of peace and balance. This use of water not only enhanced the beauty of the gardens but also added to their tranquil atmosphere, making them a perfect retreat for the monarchs and royalty who once resided there. The Patio de las Doncellas, in particular, showcases the clever integration of water into the palace's design, creating reflective surfaces that enhance the delicate architectural details around it. Another highlight of the Alcázar is its collection of tapestries and decorative art, which reflects Spain's royal history and the many dynasties that have left their mark on Seville. The royal rooms are adorned with tapestries dating back to the 16th century, some of which depict scenes of the Habsburg dynasty, a clear indicator of the political and cultural relationships between Spain and other European powers. These tapestries, often featuring motifs of religious or mythological themes, are accompanied by carefully crafted furniture and artworks that contribute to the grandeur of the palace. The blend of different artistic traditions demonstrates the eclectic and cosmopolitan nature of Seville's royal past. The Alcazar's importance in Spanish history cannot be overstated. It was the residence of the Catholic monarchs during their reign, and later, it served as a retreat for monarchs of various Spanish royal families. The Queen's Chamber, for example, was where Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand held court and made key decisions regarding Spain's expansion and its religious policies. The palace's strategic location in Seville made it the perfect base for managing affairs related to the New World, particularly during Spain's golden age of exploration. In addition to its historical significance, the Alcazar also has a deep cultural impact on Seville and its people. It plays an essential role in the city's cultural calendar, particularly during Semana Santa, Holy Week, when the palace grounds are transformed into a serene backdrop for the religious processions that take place in the streets of Seville. Visitors to the Alcazar during this time can witness a unique blend of Spanish Catholic and Moorish traditions, adding an extra layer of cultural depth to their visit. The space itself holds historical significance as a symbol of interfaith and cultural dialogue, offering an environment that reflects the many cultures that have shaped the region. The Alcazar is also known for its stunning decorative ceilings. These ceilings are often painted with intricate geometric designs that were a hallmark of Islamic and Mudejar styles. They create a sense of openness and light, enhancing the atmosphere of the rooms they cover. The Hall of Ambassadors, in particular, is home to a magnificent wooden ceiling painted with golden motifs, showcasing both the artistic skills of the period and the wealth and power of the Spanish monarchy at the time. The gardens of the Alcazar offer visitors an opportunity to see a perfect example of an Islamic garden. Divided into various sections, each with its own distinct atmosphere, the gardens are filled with aromatic plants, orange trees, and cypress trees, many of which were originally planted to create the tranquil atmosphere that was cherished by the palace's royal inhabitants. The gardens were designed with great attention to detail, incorporating elements of water, greenery, and shade to create an environment that was as much about reflection and meditation as it was about aesthetic beauty. The Alcazar's architecture speaks to the political history of Spain. As the palace passed through the hands of different monarchs over time, the building itself became a symbol of Spain's changing politics and royal dynasties. For instance, the Christian kings who followed the Moors added their own architectural influences, incorporating more Gothic and Renaissance elements into the palace. These layers of design were seamlessly woven into the original structure, creating a visual narrative that spans Spain's history. One particularly interesting feature is the Spanish Renaissance-style gardens within the Alcazar, which were later additions, contributing another layer of beauty to the grounds. These gardens reflect the Renaissance ideals of symmetry and proportion, providing a contrast to the earlier Islamic designs. They include fountains and manicured lawns, offering an aesthetic experience that contrasts with the more organic flow of the earlier Islamic gardens. Visitors can enjoy a range of garden styles, from the serene and reflective spaces to more formal, symmetrical designs. The fortified nature of the Alcazar also speaks to the building's original military function as a fortress. Today, Remnants of the fortress walls can still be seen surrounding the palace, giving the entire complex a feeling of protection and strength. This historical use of the Alcazar as a fortification helps to explain some of its more defensive features, such as thick walls and tall towers. Despite these militaristic aspects, however, the palace never lost its role as a symbol of opulence and luxury, showcasing how the Islamic builders of the palace were able to balance functionality with beauty. For those with a keen interest in gardens, the Alcazar also showcases a variety of plants native to Andalusia, as well as exotic species that reflect the far-reaching trade routes of the period. The gardens of the Alcazar are some of the most celebrated in Spain, offering a beautiful retreat and a living museum of horticultural practices. The different plant species, combined with the use of water features and intricate layouts, help make the gardens one of the most beautiful green spaces in the country. The Alcázar of Seville continues to captivate both visitors and locals alike. Its importance extends beyond just architecture. It remains an active cultural hub, hosting art exhibitions, music performances, and educational programs. Whether you are a history buff, an art enthusiast, or simply someone who enjoys beautiful spaces, the Alcázar of Seville is a must-see destination that encapsulates the rich history, beauty, and diversity of Seville itself. A visit to this magnificent palace offers not only a glimpse into Spain's royal past, but also an opportunity to engage with the living traditions that continue to shape the cultural identity of the city. Alcázar of Seville, as one of Spain's most visited landmarks, represents the unique fusion of Islamic, Mudejar, Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque architectural styles, making it an enduring symbol of the country's diverse and complex history. This mixture of architectural elements reflects Spain's multicultural past, where Islamic, Christian, and Jewish influences came together to create a remarkably intricate and varied design. The palace complex is a representation of the historical evolution of Andalusia itself, each section adding new layers to the building's long legacy. The Palace of Peter I, one of the most notable parts of the Alcázar, is an excellent example of the transition from Islamic to Christian architecture. This section of the palace showcases the detailed craftsmanship and artistic style of the period. The Patio del Leon, a large courtyard, is adorned with intricate Mudejar stucco work and Islamic arches, while the rooms within the palace feature elements like Gothic arches and Renaissance ceilings, which mark the arrival of new artistic influences. The contrast between these styles is a testament to the historical layering that has taken place at the Alcázar over the centuries. A key feature of the Alcázar is its association with royalty and power. As a royal residence, the palace has housed numerous Spanish monarchs, including King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, who were pivotal in the unification of Spain and the expulsion of the Moors from the Iberian Peninsula. The Alcázar's royal status is reflected in its sumptuous interiors, which include grand rooms such as the Hall of Ambassadors and the Queen's Bedchamber, both designed with regal opulence. These rooms showcase luxurious furnishings, tapestries, and decorative details that speak to the wealth and status of the Spanish monarchy during their time at the Alcázar. The gardens of the Alcázar are equally important, providing a peaceful contrast to the grandeur of the palace's interior. These lush, serene spaces are famous for their meditative atmosphere, designed to provide relaxation and reflection for the monarchs. The gardens are arranged in a series of interconnected spaces, with each area having its own distinct character. From the Patio de las Muñecas, courtyard of the dolls, featuring delicate white marble sculptures, to the Patio de los Reyes, courtyard of the grills, adorned with decorative ironwork, every corner of the garden is a visual delight. Water, an essential feature of Islamic gardens, plays a central role in the design of the Alcazar's outdoor spaces. The strategic placement of fountains, reflecting pools, and water channels creates a harmonious relationship between the natural elements and the architecture. The use of water as a decorative and functional element contributes to the tranquil atmosphere of the gardens, and the reflective surfaces in the gardens also offer a beautiful visual contrast to the geometric patterns of the architecture. The Alcazar's role in Seville's cultural life is far from being just a historical landmark. It remains an active part of the city's artistic and social fabric, hosting a variety of cultural events throughout the year. These include art exhibitions, classical music concerts, and theater performances. The cultural programming held at the Alcazar underscores its continued importance as a venue for creative expression and its ongoing connection to the present-day cultural scene. Visitors can enjoy a blend of ancient and modern as they explore the palace's rich heritage alongside contemporary cultural events. One aspect of the Alcazar that continues to fascinate visitors is the royal bathrooms, which are some of the best preserved features of the palace. These lavish baths showcase the advanced engineering and design skills of the period. The use of heated floors, spacious tubs, and intricate tilework illustrates the luxurious lifestyle of the royal family. The bathrooms at the Alcazar were not just places of personal hygiene. They also served as spaces for relaxation and socialization, adding another dimension to the royal experience within the palace. The Alcazar's military history also cannot be overlooked. While it was primarily a royal residence, the palace also served as a strategic fortress during times of conflict. The fortified walls and towers surrounding the palace were key to the defense of Seville, particularly during the Middle Ages, when the city was a contested prize between Christian and Muslim forces. The military influence is still visible today, especially in sections such as the Patio de la Monteria, which evokes a sense of the palace's martial origins and the strategic importance it once held. Alcazar's most celebrated features are its mosaics and tilework, particularly those that adorn the walls and floors of its various rooms and corridors. The intricate azulejos, decorative ceramic tiles, are a quintessential feature of Spanish and Islamic art, and their use at the Alcazar adds both beauty and functional value to the space. These vibrant tiles, which cover a variety of surfaces, are not only decorative but also tell stories of the royal family, the cultural exchange between different peoples, and the symbolic meaning of certain designs. In addition to its historical significance, the Alcazar is also an important symbol of Seville's identity. The palace's image is often used in the city's marketing and tourism efforts, and its rich cultural heritage is a central part of the local pride. For the people of Seville, the Alcazar represents more than just a monument. It embodies the city's resilience and diverse history. Visitors to Seville cannot help but be captivated by the Alcazar's ability to connect past and present, making it one of Spain's most beloved cultural landmarks. The influence of the Alcazar extends beyond Seville, as the palace's architecture and design have inspired countless other buildings throughout Spain and beyond. Its unique combination of Moorish, Gothic, and Renaissance styles has been studied and emulated by architects and historians for centuries. The Alcazar's fusion of styles continues to serve as an example of how cultural influences can merge to create something entirely new and enduring. The Alcazar of Seville stands as a symbol of cultural convergence and historical evolution. With its stunning architectural beauty, rich history, and continuing role as a cultural hub, it remains an essential destination for anyone wishing to understand the essence of Seville and Spain's diverse past. As visitors walk through its hallowed halls, they are reminded of a time when cultures intertwined and a monarchy's power was on full display. Whether exploring the gardens, admiring the tapestries, or contemplating the historical significance of the rooms, every visitor leaves the Alcazar with a sense of awe at the magnificence of this cultural treasure.